You had the 27 years in the corporate field, but why poop scooping?
I was still working full time. I was very frustrated. I was a general manager trying to get resources that I felt like I needed to hit goals, and I was just being handcuffed. It's time to bet on myself.
Welcome back to the Built Local podcast. Today we have a very special guest out in a special setting. Looking forward to having him on and learning about his business. So this is Brian. Brian, for anybody who doesn't know who you are, introduce yourself.
Well, thank you, Clay. So excited to be here. I'm Brian with Doodoo Patrol. We are out in Phoenix, Arizona, actually northern Phoenix in Anthem. And my wife and I started this company in February of this year. After a life in the corporate world, 27 years in the car business, just kind of wanted to bet on myself and figured, I could do something a little bit better than the company that I had before, which is kind of what triggered things. But yeah, we're right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Beautiful. I am out in the field today covering for a technician. That's what you do as a business owner and operator. Sometimes you got to operate, baby. So I'm out here operating.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. That's really cool. Well, first question I always ask is, you already said you had the 27 years in the corporate field, but why poop scooping?
Yeah, I kind of touched on it a little bit. Being in the corporate world, I was busy all the time like everybody is. And I had another company that was doing my yard. They missed a few times. They weren't communicating with me like most of us do these days. And I got really frustrated. So I started looking for another poop scooping company to take over that job. And I stumbled across a YouTube video like a lot of people do. And I literally just went down a rabbit hole of YouTube videos, finding a lot of people in the poop scoop millionaire community and just learning all that I can, absorbing that. And really that's when I made the switch. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go all in on this. I had a little nest egg set aside, my wife and I, and it was just the perfect timing. And so we took a bet on ourselves, and that's why we started it.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. So at the time when you stumbled across the video, were you still working full time?
Yes, I was still working full time. I was very frustrated. I was trying to get resources that I needed. I was a general manager of a dealership, and I was trying to get resources that I felt like I needed to hit goals that I wanted to, and they wanted me to hit, and I was just being handcuffed. So with that frustration, it led me to just kind of say, you know what, it's time to bet on myself. And like I said, the timing was right. Little nest egg set aside to kind of invest because I needed to grow it kind of quickly to replace a fairly sizable income as a general manager of a store. I was investing quick and just trying to get things rolling.
Wow. Okay, cool. So was there any overlap? Did you go part-time while you're working a job at all? Or did you just go burn the boats? We're going all in.
The overlap was me late at night getting things set up as I was putting in my notice at the current place. Never want to leave anybody high and dry. I love the place. And I was a general manager, had 62 employees, didn't want to leave anybody high and dry. So literally it was a 30-month process of getting out of there, really. But during that time, I was setting up Facebook pages, Instagram pages, websites, and getting a CRM and learning everything that I can about it and getting the tools that I needed. But the official launch date, February 10th, after I really pulled the plug and it was my last day of work. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And for anybody who doesn't know, you grew fast. I remember the first time I ever talked to you and you were like, yeah, I started in February. And I was like, how many clients do you say you had already? So walk us through the first couple of months and how you grew so fast.
Yeah, I started with a $3,000 budget, investing only into Facebook ads. My website wasn't quite up to par yet. So I was doing lead form ads on Facebook, and my wife was a huge help. She was very consistent as myself on daily posting in Facebook groups, different ways to drive people back to the website to try to get a quote off the form. But really just the consistency. I always just say that word, consistent. She had 20 or 30 groups she was posting in every single day. I had 10 or 20 that I was posting in every single day with a spreadsheet, knowing what rules to follow and all that kind of stuff. But just that consistency, the grind, and then the follow-up, I think was huge. You can get all the leads, you can invest the money, but with my experience in the car business, I was able to put the follow-up and the processes into place. I felt like that it needed to close the customer and hopefully get them in my system so they can see the value of what we're going to be able to bring to them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, yeah. Well, obviously the fortune's in the follow-up. So walk us through what that looks like tactically for y'all. How do y'all try and what's your process? You get a lead form from Facebook. What are y'all going to do to try and turn them into a paying customer?
Way drastic than when it was in the beginning to now. In the beginning, paper, leads, notes, left message, no answer, this, that, losing leads, right? But now CRM, and then there's a ton of them out there, but we use Go High Level, and it is fantastic once you learn it.
Yeah.
Can be a little complex, but once you kind of figure it out, again, a YouTube rabbit hole that I did just to kind of figure
Yep.
things out myself. But you can create pipelines, and once a lead form submits a form, it triggers, an opportunity to be created, and then it just starts a whole list of things that I have: emails that go out, text messages that go out. Now, AI chatbots that I've created, that I've really got the knowledge base dialed in so that it can help me follow up as I'm out in the field. But really just taking that follow up to the next level with Go High Level. It's just a great tool.
Yeah. Real quick, if you're a local business owner and you want to start getting customers from Google, you know how important Google reviews are. Every week, I talk to business owners just like you across hundreds of industries who know reviews matter, but never seem to have the time or the system in place to actually get them. That's exactly why I've spent the last 2 years building Review Harvest. We built it with a non-tech savvy business owner in mind, so anybody can set it up in minutes and start getting reviews today. It automates the process of getting real reviews from your customers, responding to those reviews, and repurposing them across your website and across your social media platforms. It's a set it and forget it software. You can get it all set up in about 10 minutes and you never have to worry about reviews again. We can integrate into the tools you're already using, so you don't have to change a thing. You don't have to train your team on how to request reviews. You don't have to request them manually. You get customers, we get your reviews. It's simple as that. And the first play in our playbook is what we call a review reactivation. You probably have hundreds or thousands of previous customers who loved your service but never left your review. So a lot of times our users can double or even triple their reviews just in the first couple months of working with us when we do that review reactivation. For sure. That's incredible. So walk me through that. So your follow-up process using AI, honestly, just to be transparent, I've tried a lot of AI stuff and I've really struggled to like get it dialed in. A lot of that is probably on me, not like getting frustrated, not giving it the time that it needs to learn and training it and all that sort of stuff. So are you seeing a lot of success with the AI? Is it still a lot of manual follow-up, or where are you kind of at there?
I'm seeing fantastic success. I've spent hours creating the bot the way I felt like it needed to be created. Now I have my chat GPT already done, that's learned me, my business, my tone, everything
Mhm.
about Doodoo Patrol and my
Yeah.
style, the way I like to speak.
Yeah.
So I took that and helped create the prompts, the goals, and all the knowledge-based documents that you need to upload into your chatbot so that it can speak like you.
Yeah.
And once I took all the time to do that, man, this thing is dialed in. It's closing customers. I use that because that's what we did in the car business.
Yeah.
Way better than I ever did, right? I mean, it's
Mhm.
conversational. It's not just going for the quote, right? It's conversational, and it's doing so much better than I ever
Yeah.
have. So once you get it
Yeah.
dialed in, it's completely worth it, my man. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, that's incredible, and that's one thing. Bots, AI bots, they don't have restroom breaks, they don't have sick days, they don't take time off, they don't have to go scoop the field, and so they have the time to be conversational, ask about the kids, be basically try to be genuine and create that relationship. That's really neat.
I'll just touch one more thing. It's literally like maybe 2 weeks old for me using the chat bot.
Yeah.
And it's probably closed 3 customers. Literally, I look like I'm in the field. I feel my phone notifications going off. When I'm done scooping, I look at it, I'm like, holy crap, they already, committed. They sent the onboarding link, and then I got an email from Sweep and Go saying I got a new customer. So this thing is fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Okay, so walk us through. You're running $3,000 a month in ads immediately, investing, following up, posting in the community, posting in all the Facebook groups in your area. What was growth like in the first couple months when you started in February?
It stayed pretty consistent to what it is now. I average 20 to 25 customers roughly per month,
Wow.
with my churn, which is a little higher than I would like. And I've had quite a few one-time cleanups and things like that. But I'm
Yeah.
at 179 reoccurring clients currently to this day. Yeah, I mean, it's about 20 to 25 per month on the really good time. February, March, April was a little busier than the
Yeah.
summertime for us, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
averaged 20 to 25 a month. Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay, cool. And to go back to, obviously you have a lot of experience closing people, selling cars and stuff like that. What is the contrast the two? So you're selling a car versus now you're selling a service and poop scooping. What are the differences? Obviously it's still you're still selling somebody on something, but do you like it more? Is it less stressful? What is it like?
It's so amazing, man. I mean, I loved the car business when I was in it for 27 years. I'm
Yeah.
dealing with people, I'm solving problems. It's a
Yeah.
big problem, a house and a car. Those are some of the two big things that people do in their lives. So it
Yeah.
was freaking great, right? But the gratitude that I feel and that I get from the customers with this line of work versus the other one is just night and day. They're so
Yeah.
grateful for us coming out. It's a task that nobody likes doing and wants to do.
Yeah.
They're a little embarrassed about even hiring somebody to do it. It's still a stigma, a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
But once they get in the process, they get our text messages when we're on the way. They get our cool little silly selfie pictures when we're done of the gate showing that it's closed. And they
Yeah.
see that we're reliable and we're on time. They don't want to go anywhere. It's like such a great service. They write us
Yeah.
great reviews. Thanks to Review Harvest helping us follow up. But they're just freaking so grateful. And to me, that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. That's awesome. Well, you talked a little bit about the stigma already, but what is kind of a common misconception people have, maybe in your area or just overall, about poop scooping and in general that you're kind of looking to hopefully push back on?
You still get a lot of the if you own a dog, you should scoop the poop, right? It's like who would own a dog and not be able to have the responsibility to scoop it?
Yeah,
So that's really the biggest thing. Once people, like I said, get involved with the process, they see why people actually do it.
yeah,
Executives, they're busy. They're going to work when the sun's down. They're coming home when the sun's down. They don't want to spend their
yeah,
Saturday or Sunday scooping poop. They'd rather be out there enjoying their yard with their family and their pups and
yeah,
things like that and just not have to worry about it. So I think you're having more and more of that. And some of that stigma is going away because of that. And right, with a lot of the poop scooping companies coming up, that's helping really get rid of some of that stigma. People are starting to understand that it is a service out there and that it's a real business that people are doing. And that's just going to help as it continues to grow.
yeah, for sure, for sure. No, I think it's so funny that people still think that. It's like, first off, people could be hurt, injured, not able to bend over and pick up poop or whatever. Like, there's so many situations where people need help, and it's also like, oh, just because I own a car doesn't mean that I have to change its oil. Like I can go pay somebody else to change the oil. It's the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Sorry about the helicopter, but yeah, same thing as getting your landscaping done. Man, you can buy your own pest control product if you want to do your own pest control, but nobody really has the time. It's something that's the norm already, and at some
Yeah,
point, I think that having a poop scoop company is also going to be the norm because it's not only poop scooping, right? It's sanitizing and deodorizing, which is huge out
yeah,
here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm sure a lot of different places, but the artificial turf, the rock, that urine odor and the poop odor gets really
yeah.
bad out here in the sun. So we offer a great deodorizer and sanitizer that really helps with that as well. So
That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, walk us through that kind of that upsell or that cross sell there, where you're selling other services besides just poop scooping. Did you start doing that from day one, or did you kind of pick that up later down the line?
I picked it up later down the line, and I'm on my second product, which is my favorite right now. But in the beginning, I
Okay.
focused strictly on scooping and trying to build some routes. And then I added what was called Yard Odor Destroyer, which you apply with a backpack sprayer. And then you out here in Arizona anyway, you kind of have to wet it down when you're done to kind of help kick the enzyme up a little bit. So I was spending a little
Um,
extra time. So now we currently use a product called Wizzy Wash, which I think a lot of the companies out there are using. And it's really a great
mm,
product. It not only sanitizes, but also deodorizes, give you a really nice little fresh scent when you're done. And a lot of the boarding facilities and kennels and things like that use it because it is a great product at doing the job.
yeah.
So, and that is just a device that we bring a 50-foot hose with a bucket. We hook our hose up to the customer spigot, and we spray the entire area down so that it really helps get rid of the odor. So we call it the Doodoo Destroyer process, but it's the Wizzy Wash product that we use.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And going back to kind of your ads and spending money on marketing from day one, a lot of people, and I you can take one look at your Facebook page and see that y'all are not this way, but a lot of people are scared to get in front of the camera, take photos and stuff like that for the ads or for the content. So what is your process like for creating ads or recording ads or getting content? Is it just like an all day long I'm thinking about photos, or do you have certain days where you go take photos, or what is that like?
Again, it's the consistency. It's all day long. In the
Yeah.
beginning, it was just me out in the field collecting content as I'm in the fields, getting B-roll, getting video, getting pictures, me, the dogs, the before, the afters, and just taking all that at home and then spending hours at night with Canva and video editing things like Descript to put all
Yeah.
that stuff together. And then using Go High Level, which has a great social media planner part of it to help get that
Yeah.
stuff scheduled out there. So I don't have to worry about it. I got like a couple weeks worth of content. But now I've got a couple employees, thankfully, that help me. So we have a school community that we've created for our team, and we've got a pin post where they're out gathering content, videos, and pictures of them with the dogs out there and stuff, which is fantastic. And they send that through the school community, and now I'm using that, uploading, getting all that content as well. So sometimes you run out of
Awesome.
content, you know, you got to use a little AI and stuff like that. But
Sure.
I am, like you mentioned, I am a firm believer. And I think getting our brand out there, getting our face, we're a local, you know, service out here, and we want people to know that. I'm a native
Yeah.
Arizonan, you know, out here, so I just really like that part of it, and
Yeah.
so I want to make sure that people know that and that who's behind this little logo right here, Doodoo Patrol.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Well, and talking about the logo, I think that your branding is absolutely dialed in. Your trucks, your hat, your website, everything. And so, it sounds like did you put an emphasis on that from day one, or was that something you picked up along the way?
Yeah, I think that whole 30-day process that I had while I was still
Yeah.
working in the car business, and with my experience with marketing and things like that in the car business, yeah, I just took the time to do it. This is literally my daughter's dog, whose name is Lulu, who I
Okay.
uploaded to ChatGPT, and that
Yeah.
started things, tweaked it a few times, and then sent it to somebody at Fiverr and tweaked it a few times, and came up with, you know, the final little logo right here. But so yeah, and then once we had the logo, I just wanted it to match everything, the branding with the uniforms, the truck wraps. We got two other trucks out in the field, some Ford Mavericks for the two other employees, and everything that we do, images, videos, before I upload them, I brand them a little bit with some watermarks and things like that, just always making sure that we keep our branding in front of people.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. And I think you've already touched on this a little bit with your communication, but as somebody that who had this service before and started the business because you were a little bit frustrated with your current service provider, what are some things that y'all do to kind of stick out, make your customers happy, and keep them around for the long haul?
Communication and consistency and reliability, the things that I didn't have at the other
Yeah.
company. And these are things that I know every company like this is striving for right now. You know, we're not unique in that way, but I really, truly believe with my 27 years in the customer service experience that
Yeah.
we're going to honor that. And we've literally, in the, what is it, 9 months now, February 10th, whatever we are now, nine,
Yeah.
10 months,
Yeah.
never missed a yard, ever missed a yard. My employee calls out today. I'm out here getting them done.
That's
Never
awesome.
missed a text, you know, and if something happens, we're communicating. And on top
Yeah.
of that, even just being proactive, using Go High Level to set up drip campaigns, text coming out from me every so often, 6 to 8 weeks, just thanking people and seeing if there's
Yeah.
any issues, just staying in front of them that way.
Yeah.
And the other thing is with the gate closure pictures, I mentioned it a little bit. We do some selfies, just some silly selfies, literally with
Yeah.
us with the gate closure, tongues out or something like that, and we're
Yeah.
getting great response from our customers. They just
Yeah.
absolutely love it. So we just try to be a little different, but also just hold to those things that we say we're going to do.
Hey, real quick, before we get back to the video, if you're a local business owner and you're serious about getting more customers from Google, I want to invite you to our free school community linked down below. Inside, you'll get weekly coaching calls where I can personally help you one-on-one so you're never stuck wondering what to do next to get more customers. Once you join, we'll give you a custom-built ranking report to show you exactly how you're ranking against your competitors, and then we'll even show you the next couple things you can do to start ranking higher. We do all of these reports manually to make sure they're done right. You'll get our 50,000 Google review script, the same script we've used to help hundreds of businesses get over 50,000 reviews, showing you what to say, when to request the review, how to follow up and get that review without being annoying or awkward. And you'll even get a step-by-step checklist on how to optimize your Google Business profile to make sure you're ranking at the top of Google. Sometimes just making a few tweaks on that Google Business profile can be the difference between never showing up on Google and dominating your area. All in all, you'll get access to a community of business owners and experts trying to grow their business just like you. It's a safe space to ask questions and get more tailored one-on-one advice. It's 100% free. I don't have a coaching program or a course to sell you. Just click the link down below, join the community. We'd love to see you inside. Yeah, no, for sure. And it's like like you said, it's like every company knows they need to be consistent and reliable, and they need to be, need to communicate well. But it's not like a checkbox. It's not like, yes, I'm reliable. It is, how reliable are you, right? It's like it's 120 degrees and the sky is falling, and we're still going to scoop your yard. Like it's all of those things. Making sure that
Raining. Got a
yeah.
monsoon storm out here, man. We're out here scooping. It's all good.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, as somebody who's grown so fast, 179 recurring clients in like 9 months, less than a year. What are your plans for this time next year, and how do you plan on achieving them?
I'm going to be at 400 customers by this time next year, and
Awesome.
I'm going to achieve that by at least maintaining my spend. And as spring rush comes, I'm going to up my spend a little bit from the 3,000. I've got great follow-up processes in place now as well, so that I can handle additional flow of leads as they're coming in. So I
Awesome.
think if you've got the processes in place, you can follow up properly. Just turn that spigot on if you can, right? And if you can't, boots on the ground,
Yeah.
consistency in the Facebook groups, or just organically. I'm literally posting at least 2 times a day, in the morning and the evening, on a regular
Please.
Facebook page, right? With links back to the website, with keywords in the text of the post, because Google reads that stuff and things like that. So I
Yeah.
just make sure that I'm always thinking keywords as I'm posting and things like that as well, and linking back to the website. So,
Yeah.
organically, or spend a little money and then follow up properly. That's what I'm going to do, baby.
Yeah, heck yeah. No, I love it. I love it. Well, I think that too, people, I'll be totally honest, like 2 years ago when I saw businesses like spending a bunch of money on social media, like, yes, it's good for brand awareness, but a lot of times it's not the thing that actually is like producing the most business. But nowadays, with the way the search algorithm is going with ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google, they're looking at a much more holistic perspective of, what is this business doing on Instagram? What are they doing on Facebook? What are they doing on TikTok? What are they doing across all these platforms? And so doing that over the long haul, as AI search gets more and more popular and Google starts to incorporate that stuff as well, it's just going to be incredibly beneficial for you.
And I learned so much of that from you. And that's why we went from not ranking at all to like in the top 3 now in the Google Maps, and having, I knew you probably were going to ask me. I forgot I'm busy today, but I think I got like 89 or 90 Google reviews now,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, just having all those things in place is important. You were a big help for that. So thank you, my man.
No, of course. Of course. Yeah. No, diving into the reviews, when you got started with us, I think you had like 13 reviews or 14 reviews, something like that,
Sounds about
somewhere
right.
around that. So yeah, what has it been like working with Review Harvest? How have the results been? What has the experience been like?
I could focus on everything else that I wanted to focus on. Go high level, my automations, my follow up process, my retention process of keeping my current customers happy, doing quality control, hiring the right people, making sure they got the right things that they need. I don't have to worry about reviews. And you know, there's other companies out there that probably do something similar, but I've literally never had to even open up the freaking dashboard of
Yeah.
Review Harvest, and I'm still getting reviews, 5-star reviews. Um, you guys can even reply to them. I turn that off because I do love to reply to my own
Yeah.
reviews, and I've replied to every single one of them. But we wouldn't be where we're at with not only on reviews, but on Google ranking and things like that without your help, Review Harvest. So thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. No, I love it. I love it. Well, this was great. Most people listening to this will be poop scoopers or in the home service industry, trying to start their business, trying to grow. And so I always like to ask at the end, as someone who's seen great success in less than a year, what would you tell to your fellow home service business owner or fellow poop scooper business owner who's getting started? They're in that grind stage. They're trying to grow. What would you tell them to encourage them?
It's like, stay positive, stay consistent, stay active, all the things that, you might want to hear, but man, it's the truth, right? I can even get down on
Yeah.
myself sometimes. And being in the car
Yeah.
business, you don't want to be crapped out, right? That was a term that we
Yeah.
used a lot, being crapped out if you were upset about a situation, because it would
Uh,
fall over to the next situation, right? So
yeah.
got to stay positive. You got to stay consistent. You can't let one customer upset you, or two or three, or however many it is, and just
Yeah.
have a plan. Have your
Yeah.
end goal in mind, and start your
Yeah.
business and kind of get it going with the end goal in mind. That's what I
Incredible.
did. Sometimes you spend a little extra money, maybe, go high levels, $100 a month. It's kind of
Yeah.
expensive, but man, for what it does, my goodness, It has saved my sanity, right, and helped me close so many more customers.
Awesome. Well, thanks for hopping on, Brian. This has been absolutely amazing. We'll have all of his links down below in the description. I'm sure he'll be in the comments, so definitely drop a comment, ask any questions. If you're in the Phoenix area, feel free to reach out to Doodoo Patrol, get some poop scooped. And yeah, Brian, thanks for hopping on.
Thank you, Clay. Appreciate you.